when you encounter, let's say, a mentor or an experienced person, or anyone that you genuinely believe that you can learn from them, you can glean from them, you see, one of your best moves is not to admire them, right? Because they don't eat admiration. You don't need to admire them. One of the best moves that you can make is to know how to ask precise questions, right? And what do I mean by precise questions? I'm talking about not asking questions to invite opinions. No, not asking questions to get motivation. That's for babes, that's not for you. Not asking questions to get general advice. No. When you meet a mentor or somebody who you think that they have something, they have done something that you want to do, or you believe that they possess something that you want to also possess or experience, you need to learn how to challenge yourself, challenge your mental strength to ask questions that can compel that person to go beyond the surface level, right? Go beyond the surface level. Ask questions that can push them. When they begin to talk back to you, it will help you to understand how they think. Number one, it will help you to understand how they make important decisions. Questions that can, when they talk to you, you can understand how they prioritize their lives, the kind of sequence of actions that they take, or questions that will show you how they recover from failure and keep on going ahead, or questions that will teach you how they distribute their attention, their energy, their finances, or any resource that they have. So questions that will give you something that you may likely not find in a book. Many people don't know how to ask questions, and that's why they don't get their lives changed. Because the goal is you want to extract strategy from them. You understand? So you begin to ask those kind of questions. That's the goal. You want them to talk to you, and as they're talking to you from the experience, from the results that they have created in their journey, you can be able to extract strategy. And you are not extracting strategy to copy and paste per se. No, you are extracting the strategy or extracting how they think, how they make decisions, how they come back from failure and all of that, so that you can be able to contextualize in your own life based on your own situation, right? Because, for example, let me tell you something. When you ask good questions, two things are likely to happen. I mean, asking good questions with the mindset and the consciousness of, learning, right? Asking questions with a learning mindset, with a mindset willing to unlearn, relearn, and learn, all right? So when you ask questions like that, two things are likely to happen in that discussion. Number one, the person responding back to you will expose process and structure. Very important. If you understand the process they go through to do things or the structure that is around their lives, it can change your life. You see, for example, for me personally, I have a structure. My first two, most of the time, my normal balance is first 2 hours when I wake up from bed and last 2 hours when I go to bed. So these 4 hours are very important. I call them my morning routine and my evening routine. And that's a structure I've respected for years. And people can be around me for years and they may never know what that structure is or what that process is. Or I do a lot of training and speaking, consulting, and there may be somebody who is around me and likes to grow in that industry. But if they don't know how to ask the right questions, they will never hear me teach them the process I go through to be able to come out with, let's say, a training content, a speaking perspective, an idea, and so on. Or somebody like, okay, how do you prepare for an impromptu meeting like this? There was a time in Cameroon, I organized a big conference of 1,000 people. And then at the end of the conference, I added a 1 hour session on the hot seat with Dr. Joybert. This in the public. And I was like, ask me any question and I'll give you an answer. One guy said, I was afraid for you. How do you do that in public? You don't do that out of excitement. No, there's a process that enables you to be that confident in public. You see, so when you ask good questions, this is taking longer than I planned, all right? But I think it's helping somebody, right? So learn to ask good questions, because many of you in your career, in your journey, you're going to meet amazing people, great human beings, influential people that if you learn some things from them, it's not good enough to admire anybody. No, no, no. Be somebody who can go deeper, understand, ask them questions that can push them to expose the process around their lives, the structure that makes them who they are. There are some people that they produce repeatable systems and outcomes every day of their life, year after year. You can see that this person, this man, this woman constantly produces repeatable success. It's not by error. It's not guesswork. No. There is a process, there's a system, there's a structure that helps them to do that. Number two, when you ask a good question to a mentor, an influential person, or somebody who is doing something you want to do, one of the things that you enjoy is that it compresses years of experience into minutes of wisdom. Okay, like this thing, I didn't plan to teach what I'm telling you guys right now on asking questions. Right? I didn't plan to do it. But you see, this is my years of learning that, oh, you can ask better questions to leaders and people you met, and you can learn more from them beyond taking selfies. So this is me compressing maybe more than 10 years of making mistakes and learning into minutes of counsel for you. So when you know to ask the right questions, you can compress years of experience into minutes of, wisdom, patterns, systems that they have learned the hard way. Yes, they have learned the hard way. You see, so your responsibility. See, let me tell you something there. Avoid being silent. There are many people in this mentorship call right now. We have gathered here to have a strategy clarity session with me, but not up to 10 people or 5 people will raise up their hands. Some people are afraid to even talk. That one, I don't even know how to do about that one yet, but that's that. Some people have not even sat down. When I shared in the WhatsApp group, sit down and think thoroughly. What question can I ask? You call me your mentor, you're in the mentorship community. So what question can I ask to this person that I believe that I can partner with his support and counsel and wisdom? But you have not sat down to properly think through. See, I never go anywhere blindsided, especially when I know I'm going to meet somebody who's doing something ahead of me. Because my responsibility in that meeting, in that place, is not to be a listener alone. No. Listeners alone are consumers. My responsibility is to be a good listener and then ask good questions that can give me something that maybe a book will not give me. Then from that perspective now, I now go a step further and I begin to contextualize what I heard from my question. So I begin to translate what I heard into my own environment, into my own timing where I am in life, into my own capacity. Please avoid blind imitation. Blind imitation produces dependency. That's why we have so many dependent human beings around the world. You need to be somebody who is, there's something I call intelligent adaptation. What does that mean? You ask questions. You push the person with the right questions. They give you something that is helping them produce results. Then as an intelligent person, you begin to adapt that into your life to produce that particular growth. And that's one thing that mentorship should do for you. You must be an intelligent adaptation expert, an intelligent adaptation mentee. Anytime I do a master class, a mastermind, I give you an assignment, or we have a clarity session like this, one of the things you have to live with is to begin to adapt what you learn to produce growth in your life. I am a mentee to somebody too. You see, and that's what I push myself to do. Because look, a mentor, a role model, or somebody you respect and is up there, let me tell you something. A mentor's real value is not to tell you what to do. There's one of you here in the call, I've forgotten the name. We're going back and forth on WhatsApp, and I told her clearly, I will not tell you what to do. My job is to push you to think. And praise God, she was thinking and coming back with ideas as she was speaking. I said, that's my job for you. My job is not to tell you what to do. My job is to help you see where you can be. My job is to help you see how you can think at a different level, where better results and better decisions becomes a byproduct in your life and career. Go beyond collecting inspiration. I was inspired. Okay, that's good, though. But people who only end up inspired, when they meet people who are doing incredible things, people like that end up going nowhere in life. Stop moving around collecting inspiration. Inspiration will not help you. Ask structural questions that will reveal systems, habits, structures, what they're doing behind the scenes, that you can learn and begin to glean and begin to understand, and begin to contextualize into your own life, or begin to adapt intelligently into your own life to produce the growth that you are looking for. All right. So I hope that helps somebody. I don't even know. I didn't plan to talk about that for more than 15 minutes, but it was important that I share that, because you're going to have many opportunities to meet incredible human beings